All right, welcome to the new PPW facility. Come on in. I say new, we've actually been here for, I want to say 6 months now, so I suppose the word new is wearing off, but yeah, this is the second version of the PPW facility. I'm very happy to say we grew out of the last one. Here's a little bit of information for you. In August, July, June, something like that, of 2020, this place was a working warehouse. So here was forklifts, that's where the forklift lived. This was all racking. It's completely insane to me because I spent COVID here because all the shows were done. I couldn't do comedy, so I just came and hung out here, packing boxes away, packing syrups. And I had an idea in my mind, and I rang my two of my closest friends, film directors and filmmakers, called Kringo and Ed, this very spot, and said, I've had this idea about this place with the wrestling ring and truss and lighting and a big TV and a gym. And it's so crazy that now we're stood in this exact place 4 years on. And yeah, it's when I sit and tell the story and I think about it, I realize just how insane it is that like this is even here. It's pretty peculiar. Yeah, we've got the gym on the side. I'll show you the gym quickly. Syl's gym, named after my little girl, Sylvie. There we go. It's a little bit dirty right now. We should have cleaned this place up. But hey, I didn't. It's important to have, you know, if you're injured or if you're having a bad mental health day or you just can't be fussed, you can come in here out of the way. It's free of charge. Come in the gym. It's not part of PPW. It's separate. It's actually crazy how many people use this as their gym. We've probably got 10, 12 guys that just train down here, and that's what's nice about it. This ring's been good to us. This ring has been good to us. Is it perfect? No. But it's soft and it's springy, and the ropes work real nice. They're big bastard ropes, I'll tell you that. He's had some injuries. Top left over there, one over here, it's got these bloody hooks on it. Third birthday, that one snapped. And the BBC were on the way down to film us, and we got an emergency weld done 3 minutes before we went live on the air. And the signage, the neon sign, was a gift on the first birthday of PPW from my mum and dad. They've got an American diner in their house. They've always been neon that way, inspired a lot of neon lights. I told them I wanted a neon sign, and this was a gift, hand painted. That's what we call our Nitro sign. If it wasn't for the Sting promo in '96, where he turns his back and says, if you stand by me, I'll stand by you, and he leaves, the last time we ever saw Surfer Sting, I don't know if any of this would be here. So that's my little homage there to the what I call the Nitro sign, which we then had a couple made for second, third. That's the big boy sign. Used to be bigger, but Liam smashed that on the floor. The apron here, for me, I'm all about the branding. Whatever we can brand, I'm trying to build Disneyland down here. Apparently this is enough to have a small rave, which we've not done yet. We have had a couple of concerts, but no raves. A couple of PPW chairs. That one's from Radu. That one's from Aiden's Foxfire. You'll see surrounded here, very, 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 very expensive curtain that I got for about 98% off because I think it come out of Edinburgh Theatre. It was lying on the floor, taking up space. They wanted rid. So boom, I came in and made a car boot sale deal, and that really kind of like helps with the sound and the vibe and the atmosphere. We're a cashless business, but we do take cash for one thing, and that's for the drinks. That fridge has got its own story, but I'll come back to that. We serve, bottles of water and Coke, stuff like that. And I said, all right, for a year, however much money we can make from selling the drinks, that's how big a TV will make. And I'd say we did all right. That's not a bad size. And also we come down here and watch something new. So this thing right here, I'll give you one reason to come to PPW, that's the wrestling, and hopefully I'll give you 50 reasons to stay. And one of the reasons to stay is WrestleFest here. It's nostalgic, and we've got about 7 million wrestling games on there, and Donkey Kong, so it's all good. Now these sofas, got that one from an ex-girlfriend. We won't go into that. This one's from an old friend, but now they're mine. Then I had an old house, rented it out, the idiots in there grew weed, and then the house got raided and they trashed my sofas. And I got an insurance claim which paid them out, but then I just cleaned them and kept them anyway. High five, Matt. Come on, that's how you keep sofas. Oh, that's got to be a better one there. Boom, there it is. One thing that is happening down here is we're accumulating wrestling toys. Now, we're quite known for our reels, and we're very fortunate and blessed to have a good social media following. Some of the ideas that I didn't think we were going to do very well did very well. And then I had an idea that we'd go through each shelf of the PPW nostalgia cabinet of dreams, and that had gone mega viral online. And Matt, it absolutely died a death. What you see here, this is an old jewelry shop cabinet. But when you're over 25 and you meet a lady or a gentleman and they tell you, hey, you can't have all your wrestling toys around the house anymore, we're adults now, they'll go into a box. Well, we want your stuff out of that box, and we've made this here. So this here is all the people that aren't allowed to have their wrestling memorabilia. They bring it here, and we put it all out together. In here, this is a very nostalgic cabinet for me. There's some of my stuff in here. There's a lot of other people's stuff in here. Get in. So what have we got? Let's have a look-see. We have in here, I'll give you the speed tour. WWF Ultimate Warrior mug. This is part of a 4-piece. They did Hulk Hogan, Demolition, and Big Boss Man. Steel Cage and WrestleMania Challenge. We got the NES Trio Collection. WWF 1 of 5,000 still sealed. Couple of Game Boy games. Stone Cold Steve Austin miniature skateboard. These are from another member, from David Batten. Unopened 1991 official trading cards. This is from the WWF backstage thing. You press the call it in, your wrestler hits, and boom, it comes out. They're not beers, which what Stone Cold would have had. They're sodas, because you got to sell them to kids. What else have we got in here? Bunch of VHSs that are mine. Liam had a bunch of these. They're like what figures used to go on. Posty got that Cody Rhodes. It was crazy because Liam's wrestled Cody, which is mad. A few months ago we had Cody as still champ, and Swerve and Liam had wrestled both of them. Both the biggest champions in the world. Couple of books down the bottom here. We're gonna have the PS2 section, and then of course WWE Monopoly. So yeah, I think that's all the little cool bits we got in here. And then he just carries on. We've escaped out of the box at this point because we've got too much stuff. Production area up top as well. So all electrical stuff, all the lighting equipment. We have got a whole garage of stuff up there behind that curtain as well, but we'll leave that for another day. Little desk here. We do use this for someone's home bar, but this kind of works well as a welcome station. Oh, this is really important as well. We'll segue into light some of the merch we sell from up here. This is really cool. This one's really special. This is the Theomania Championship. You can see the PPW logos on the side there. We were able to use this, you know, as a dad. We've got loads of family men down here, family men and women, to be able to give back and put shows on here that raise money for a good cause. You know, this was really special. It's probably one of its kind, one of the only, if not the only, pro wrestling charity championship in the world. We have got a belt collection down here. Don't mind the Ouija board. Remember, it's Halloween. Anyone that wins a title, we tend to have a display down here. Let's go through them real quick. CWA, that was from Tim Strange. That's the North Championship title held by Leon. I'm the current WAW British champion. That was a show I had made for a motorsport championship. Axel the Clown. That's another gift from Tim. I wasn't around before my time. You know what that one is? The biggest belt of all time. Look at the size of it, hey? WrestleAid. The Rise Retired Hardcore. This one's prestigious. You can't just go around touching this one. That's worth a lot of money. That's the Grapple Championato da Parigi, eh? Look at that. What's it made out of? An old tyre. I think I'm still currently the IPW Intercontinental Champion, so that's nice. And it's our beautiful the PPW Championship. Should probably get a new one made now. It's still repping the old logo. We changed logos a couple of years in, just to kind of make it more streamlined. Big up to Michael Designs for making that happen. These are really important. I think a big thing that we wanted to do that a lot of people said wasn't possible was have international crossover shows. We've done so far Mexico. We had 3 guys over in Mexico. We had then in January up to Spain, had a versus show there. We then went to Italy in April, had a big PPW vs Megastar show there. Then we had a crazy match. Bloody hell, you don't want to know about the things that went on in this match. Let me tell you. PPW vs Atomic. Then we were at Hustle last week. We had guys at APC the week before. And we got some stuff in the pipeline as well. Unless you're watching this in 1373, and then we've all been dead for 800 years. And yeah, lights in the sky, full lighting rig. Over there, the lights have got their own story. This truss came from a German alcoholic called Klaus with very long fingernails, and he had this in his garden for years, and I think he'd run outside, so he put it on Facebook Marketplace, and after a very scary encounter where I nearly got locked in a fridge, me and Matt inquired all this truss, built the entranceway bigger than the old one, and yeah, I feel like wrestling's about posters and entrance. Crash mats here. Big one from the Magician. The other 2 we got from a lady called Susan. She had 10 of them because her kids kept jumping off the roofs at school, so they gave her some crash mats and she sold them to me on the cheap. And yeah, I guess really, apart from little tiny things, GoPro station, that's where we put the weasel down. That kind of is the end of our PPW tour, but I think we covered it all there, Matt, right? It's in the gym. So these were made by a guy that makes bouncy castles. I said, how about kind of bouncy castles, but how about a bit of pro wrestling? So he whipped them up in no time. We go through canvases like nobody's business. We've got a bunch of other stuff. We're going to go all day on this. Oh, there's another poster. There's our second pursuit poster. And our first pursuit poster over there. Very proud. Will we run a third? Who knows? But for now, Matt, I think that's our PPW tour done and dusted. We've had a long old day. You've got a long old drive. And I've got a beautiful family to get back to. So I shall leave you with this, my friend.